introduce to y'all Larita Gilbert and Celia Weisenhut. How'd I do? Weisenhut? Okay. All right.
It's your bias too, so.
That's right.
That's what the gray hair's about.
That's right, but we want to thank y'all for joining the chamber, and in honor of your ribbon cutting, I want to present this to y'all.
Oh, awesome.
I got it. It's okay.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if y'all want to tell us a little bit about yourselves and your business.
Well, you want to talk? You want me to? Go right ahead. All right. What we do is like contract sales. We feel like our purpose is to help out small businesses that don't either have the budget or don't want to deal with the hassle of hiring a full-time sales staff. So they can hire us at a lower cost. We go out into the city, walking down the doors, making appointments, following up on leads, doing cold calls, trying to get their information out, and build those relationships between the businesses, and hopefully make their business much more profitable. And our hope is, in coming to Boerne, we really did not foresee this when we came to this area. We just didn't want to live in San Antonio and didn't know a lot about Boerne, but loved the town, so we decided to live here. And after living here and meeting everyone, we initially thought that we would work in San Antonio all the time. So now that we have gotten to know Boerne and its growth prospects, we're really hoping that we can play a big part in Boerne growing, getting Boerne information into San Antonio and bring some of San Antonio dollars out here. That's pretty good. All right.
And y'all haven't been here very long?
We've only been here 4 months. Yeah. We're going out 4.5? Yeah. Pretty soon we're going to say it's been 20 years.
We'll have another ribbon cutting party.
Where'd y'all come from?
Abilene. Yeah, we lived in Abilene. I was in Abilene 20 years. We were in Abilene. Oh, fellas.
You picked a fine day.
We ordered it just for you guys. And we kind of both single. We started this business about a year ago in Abilene. Did well in Abilene, but needed a new adventure, so that's why we're there.
You might want to explain what you do. I signed up for them and I paid the first half. I haven't paid the second half until I see the goods. No,
That's right. That's right.
But they have an interesting way, the way they do this, the way they get you your leads and stuff. And you might want to explain a little bit how you do, because you guys worked with me on that, and you know, they first came to me and asked me what groups I wanted to hit, and then we kind of worked out things. But you might want to explain how you do.
No, you go ahead. It's your turn.
Well, when we first started the business, we did have it set up in the way that we were working with him on, is just going to a business and our clients giving us a list of businesses that they wanted their information into. And that worked great in Abilene, and once we got down here and the size of this area and it only being the two of us, we physically could not survive financially to do that, just going in a business door for one person, for one client. So we kind of spent a while completely redoing the way we do it. So now what we do is, if our clients have some specific businesses they want us to walk into, we'll be glad to do that. But we are continually working for them beyond a 25 business list. We are walking in doors, we're networking. We go to a networking lunch in San Antonio every week. We're continually setting appointments with people, meeting, and when we meet with someone, they usually say, hey, you need to go meet with this person. So we just have this web of contacts and set up appointments and sit down and find out about somebody's business, and then say, here's our clients, and here's what we can provide, here's the pains we can help deal with. Are you having problems in certain areas? Here's what our clients can do for you. And that really opens the door broader for our clients than the way that we previously were doing it. So
we're able to, and this area is just absolutely great for this type of business, because networking is, I mean, there's just tons of avenues for networking. So we're combining cold calls and networking, internet research, whatever we can find to find these businesses to walk into and get their information out. Mark and Billy's a client.
Tell them about fish buying promotions and how you came up with them.
Well,
What it means and all that.
what it means, we, in thinking of what we wanted our name to represent, was that for us, we don't advertise that, but for us, we wanted it to be a God-centered company. And so you start thinking about all the symbols that are involved, and the biggest one is the Jesus fish, and then of course Jesus feeding the multitudes with the fish. And so we're like, okay, fish has to be in here somewhere. I love diving, so I love fish, so we've got to have fish. And so it just kind of came out into fish bite promotions, and then our tagline is, we get the fish to bite and you reel them in.
That's cute. And we had people telling us about using something about a fish net and with a fish net, and I don't know who it was. Everyone at the research just went off on worms and bait and lures and we're like, whoa, too much information. I'm sorry, you asked a question too. And
Any
I'm
kind of
sorry.
business do you do? Is green type of business?
Pretty much, it's business to business, so it needs to be, retail doesn't really work. It needs to be someone who you can build business relationships and find ways that a service or a product that someone is selling or does can benefit someone else in the business.
We have had several clients that were retail, and we can get their information out as far as walking into a business and say, can you put this information up in your break room for your employees to help just get their word out. But it doesn't work as well as business to be able to sit down with that person and discuss their needs. So it can be done, but we really focus on the business to business.
And we really do feel like that our ministry or our mission, the whole idea of this business was a God-sent thing, and we're not ashamed to talk about that or anything, because that's the whole purpose of us being here. But we really feel led to help small businesses, and that passion in us to benefit other people is what drives us and does what we do. One of our clients in Abilene, he allowed us to move down here only if we'd go back and work for him once a month, and so we still go back to Abilene and work for him. He was one of the first people that really signed up with us and kept going, kept re-signing, and he quit all of his other advertising, and we ticked off a whole lot of yellow page reps and newspaper reps and everything, because he said he didn't get any kind of business from that compared to what he had in the whole 7 years he had been in business. So it definitely works. The personal walking in and talking works, because we are such a non-personal society now. I mean, you've got internet, email, and Facebook, and all this stuff that keeps people connected. And when you can walk in and take 15 or 20 minutes, which usually turns into an hour because we really do like to talk, you can set a time and talk with somebody. It really, you can build that relationship and get someone to even if they don't want something or need something right then, they have that information in their head, so when that need comes up, they remember someone actually sat down and talked to me face to face and told me about this company. I'm going to give them a call. So that's kind of where this all came from. See, I can talk.
And we don't talk bad about other advertising, because it is important. Your name branding and getting it out there, but until somebody actually sits down. I think maybe, was it you guys or somebody else, I can't remember, that were like, have you ever talked to this business? And they said, no, we've known them for years. And we talk to them all the time, but we've never actually sat down and talked to them about doing business. So, it's actually just sitting down and talking about doing business that actually gets that relationship going.
Come on in.
Come on up.
Hello, how are you?
Yes, yes, right through there. Come on.
How are you?
I saw the fish on his shirt.
I know.
Oh, they're four. We do need to get our fish name down.
Okay, we'll let everybody introduce themselves. Sean?
I'm Sean with Hungry Horse. We met.
Yeah.
Glad you guys joined the chamber, and president of the Boerne Sunrise Rotary.
Thank you for coming.
Hi, I'm
Sure.
Lola Armstrong with GBTC.
Okay.
Thank
you.
Thank you. Jody Harper, Texas Area.
You're like, we've already talked.
Missy Vadnais, Tri-County Home Health. Carrie Phillip, Membership Director for the Chamber.
Steve from Hungry Horse, an ambassador.
Lynn Richter with the Chamber, welcome.
Teresa Harder with TNT Cleaning.
Matt with ABC.